You can have this dal with chapati, paratha, rice, even naan bread, or even on its own. The tadka is optional if you're looking in more into a healthy way. Today we'll be making some mixed dal. I have some red lentils here and some yellow lentils here. Red lentils were about a cup and the yellow lentils were about a half or even less than cup. So I just soaked them and washed them thoroughly in cold water. And now I'll show you the process what we're gonna do. And we might add some chicken later on, but I'll tell you when I do. All right, let's begin. Alright guys, at this stage we'll be adding 1 bay leaf, 2 cardamom pods, 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder and 1 small cinnamon stick to our dal, the lentils, and we're not going to add any more spices as yet, as we're basically going to boil it, and then I'll show you the next step. Okay guys, we're going to add all that in there, and then we're going to add about 2 to 3 cups of water, making sure the dal is properly soaked, and it's gonna be cooking on a slow flame. So I'll just be adding water now. All right, we'll be adding some water now. And I think a bit more, maybe half a cup more. Alright guys, now I'm going to turn on the flame and mix it well. As you can see, there's no salt, there's no red chili powder as yet, since we're going to boil it. And we'll be doing a little bit of tadka as well once it's done at the end, which I'll show you later on. So we're just gonna cover it now and turn the flame a bit down to medium or low, and then let it simmer and let the dal cook for at least good 20-25 minutes, and then I'll show you what it looks like after. Alright guys, here you can see I've got about 1 chicken breast. I'll be boiling it roughly, so just that it can get cooked through, and we'll be adding it to the dal, and I'm gonna be shredding it a bit, and then it's optional. If you just want to keep it vegetarian, you can. You don't have to add the chicken in there, but I am. So this is the boneless chicken breast. I'll be boiling, and yeah, once the dal is simmering over here, as you can see, and now we'll be adding it once the chicken's cooked. Guys, here you can see it's boiling away, and our chicken over there is pretty much nearly done. This is how it'll look like at this stage, and we're gonna let it cook more until it's totally mashed. Alright guys, here you can see I've got 1 teaspoon of dal masala, which is just optional. You don't have to use it, but I had some on hand. And I've got about half a teaspoon of red chili powder, some salt to taste, and half teaspoon of cumin seeds, and half a teaspoon of crushed coriander. We'll be adding all of that to our dal. So guys, as you can see, I've added all that, and now I'll be adding in the spices and the salt. You can always add salt or chilies depending on how hot you like or how mild you like. So this is what it will look like after. And yeah, as I said before, we'll be doing a nice tadka as well at the end, so like ginger garlic paste and a few chilies, so I'll show you that too. As you can see, it's becoming nicely done so far. So I'm just gonna let it rest a bit. Alright guys, here you can see our dal is becoming thick and a bit done nicely. And here I'll show you the chicken as it's also done. Alright guys, here are the chicken breast pieces that I just boiled, and I'm gonna be shredding them and adding them into the dal, so I'll show you the next step. Alright guys, here is the chopped up chicken. I've just roughly chopped it up, and we'll be adding it to the dal. It'll evaporate with the dal nicely, so as you can see there are a few bigger chunks, so don't worry about it. Once you mix it, it'll mix with the dal. Alright guys, here you can see I've added in the chicken, and now we're gonna give it a good mix. Here you can see the texture. We're gonna let it cook a bit more. Alright guys, here you can see the dal. It's looking nice now, and here I have on the stove is a little pan for the tadka, so I'll show you what we're gonna be adding in there. Here I have about a half teaspoon of ginger and garlic paste, 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds whole, and 3 red chilies. These are dried red chilies, and we'll be adding a few drops of oil in our pan now. So this is for the tadka. It's just a few tablespoons. You can even add less or add more. You don't need to add that much for the tadka. So alright guys, we're gonna add our tadka in there soon. Just gonna mix it up together properly. You can have this dal with chapati, paratha, rice, even naan bread, or even on its own. The tadka is optional if you're looking in more into a healthier way. You don't have to do the oil tadka at the end. You can leave that out. But I used olive oil, so which is not a bad option. And yeah, this is pretty much done, and I'm just gonna add some coriander, and lastly I forgot to mention I'm gonna add a pinch of garam masala, which is a whole spice, just to add a bit more flavor, more to a curry like flavor, and I'll show you. Alright guys, here you can see I've added some garam masala, just like a less than half teaspoon, and on top of that I'm gonna add some chopped fresh coriander leaves that I had on hand, so just for some taste and color. Gonna add all on that and then give it a nice mix. There we go. As you can see, it looks really yum already, and I'll be serving it with plain boiled rice in the end. So there you go guys. You can even add some more water to make it a bit more runny, or if you like the consistency like this, you can leave it out. And this dal tastes really nice in the breakfast next day with like a nice yummy paratha. And there you go guys, it's almost done. And yeah, hope you guys like this recipe and do try it. It's very simple and basic, and hopefully you guys will like it. See you guys in the next video. Bye.